Hey guys, welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing, man? Today is gonna be a chance for us to look at your tactics on diagnosis. Maybe I'm better in the. Maybe I like it in the dark. Yeah, let's keep it cozy in the dark. No light, no front light today. We also blue. We're blue, blue, blue. How are you guys doing, man? Plenty of interesting things in world news, but we're not gonna cover that because apparently, I don't know what to make of some of this. But let's not focus on that. I want to apologize for the stream starting a bit later today because I had to take my son. My son basically woke up today and daddy came to daddy. Daddy, I need to go to the hospital. What's up? Yeah, he has been coughing a lot at night. So he looks at me, Daddy, I feel like I've got something stuck in my throat. He wants to come out. So he's coughing and coughing. Then when I take him to see the doctor, he stops coughing. The doctor basically tell you what's happened. So we got him some medication. Hopefully he'll feel better tonight. Yeah, I've got asthma, so I think he's got asthma too, or allergies. Yeah, I've got allergies, like weather changes, I get sick. I'm like one of those. I'm like a weather barometer. Weather gets good, boom, I'm okay. Weather starts to turn, that's it, man. I'm so tied to the weather. When the weather is bad, my health takes a turn for the worse. So I think I should stay in some of those countries where the weather never changes. Maybe the Sahara desert where it's only sunshine all day long. Bit hard staying in the desert. Or I can't stay. I did enjoy the weather. I didn't enjoy Australia so much, the weather there. Where did I enjoy the weather the most? Actually, I love cold. Stick me in snow any time of the day, man. So thank you for joining me on today's stream, guys. Today we're going to be doing diagnosis, jumping into your saves, jumping into your tactics, basically taking a look at your tactics, and yes, sharing my thoughts on those tactics. Now, you were here on yesterday's live stream. 5-channel attacks, different tactics using 5-channel attacks, and in some cases, what I do with when I'm playing against a back 5. We also use the back 5 system to show how we would set that up. We even had a tactic which used inverted wingbacks, which is rare for me. And we also used the 4-3-3, and I explained why the 4-3-3 is actually a very strong tactic, but only strong if you're the kind of player that knows how to tweak it for different formations and how do you get maximum from it, because there's no such thing as just one tactic. I mean, like, the game is left. I mean, that whole one tactic is going to rule the day. When you have a very good team, yeah, you can, because your team is so good. Yeah, it just needs one tactic. You don't have to do much. But what if you're an underdog, or sometimes when most of us, we like to play with our teams and we like to try a bit, right? Yeah, we like to punch above our weight, right? So when we get into those kind of situations, we have to extract maximum value from our players, and sometimes we have to react to what other teams do against us, and that's when it helps to know what to do. So that's the goal of today's show. You send me your tactics, and the tactics coming from Discord, I'll play them let them play out for 45 minutes, because I only am allowed to make changes in the second half. And for the rest of you guys who are watching the stream, right, that's the link. There you go. Use that link, drop in your tactic, and I'll have a look at it too. Greetings, Karazan Pride. How are you doing, brother? Hope you're well. Hope you're doing well. I hope you had a. Sorry, once again, I want to apologize to all those who are expecting the stream to start an hour early, 1 hour ago, but it didn't. Yeah, that's because my son loves to see the doctor. Gambit, man. Yesterday we had so much fun in Gambit. Gambit was like option A, option B, option C. Like, what do I do against this formation? What do I do against? Yeah, Gambit is rocks. I like Gambit. Gambit was really the first tactic I made for Football Manager, right? So I'm gonna just leave this Gambit system here. And then of course we had this 4-2-3-1 5-channel attack, and then this one as well, 5-channel attack. Yeah, we even did a back 5-channel attack. So I'm gonna save this in the Discord folder in case you guys. I think it's a Dropbox FM24. I'll put it in the Discord tactics so you guys. I'm gonna create. Maybe I should make a new folder for you guys. I mean, there's so many tactics now. It's crazy, you know, the amount of tactics we made for the show. I mean, this probably happens because the game. Yeah, what this kind of happens right when the game a show related. I can do it here, and I get for the other one. So we're gonna create a new folder here. I'm gonna call this 5-channel attacks. I can tell you one thing, right? A lot of my tactics are 5-channel attacks. Majority of them are all 5-channel attacks. So if you go into a game and you go like, you know, how am I going to make a 5-channel attack? You're gonna find a lot of my tactics are already doing that. So my advice is, just understand what a 5-channel attack actually means first. Okay, so this is a 5-2-2-1 5-channel. I'm gonna put 5CH. And how are you doing, man? Tiki Press? Welcome to the stream. Kadasan Pride, how are you? I gotta put there 5-2-2-1 5-channel. Okay. Then this one is the say 4-2-3-1 DM 5-channel. Okay, and then we got Gambit. I'm just gonna save it here. Okay, I don't want to call it 5-channel. It's got its own name. We don't want to insult it. Of course, there are other 5-channel attacks. My 4-1-4-1 being the most strongest of the lot. I have a tactic that seems to be diminishing in strength, but I'm playing FM19. Can I drop screenshots of it? Yeah, one problem with screenshots is no link, brother. Why did you? Do you know my Twitter? My Twitter handle is Bustthenet, right? So what you can do is you can tag me on Twitter. Just put that there. Yeah, Bustthenet. Twitter being X. It's easier that way. You come in, go to Twitter, go to X, and then go look for. Then go look for Bustthenet. Yeah. Then go at Bustthenet. Like that. Tag me like this. Right? And then do that. Yeah. So that's gonna be easier for you if you just want to get advice. And then probably the great thing about Twitter is other people might, have something to say. Well, I do like Twitter nowadays because I got all kinds of nonsense into that. What the heck is going on? Well, after 6 p.m. She wants to go. I don't have any idea. Stupid things in gyms. Why so late? No, gotta take my son to the doctors. I'm good. I left the tactic in there for you to dissect. Very good shot. Hi, welcome to the stream. One. How are you, man? I'm doing well, one. Hope you're doing well too. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these titles. You just dropped all these 5-channel attacks. This is what we did yesterday. All right, so today, let's look at the first tactic that's coming in. I got some. Oh, this is not the 5-channel attacks. We're gonna go to E. We just drop the tactics. Making a new account just for this, amigo. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks. Because our Twitch got link problems, right? So sometimes you can't link stuff on Twitch. This way, you can just do you tag me or Bustthenet, and then I can just go in there and have a look. Yeah. And even if I'm not streaming, you can tag me or Bustthenet, no? Or you can do it on Instagram or TikTok. You'll find me everywhere. I want on Facebook as well, but I rarely do anything on Facebook. I hate Facebook. Why am I here? Give a BYT, you dummy. Okay, all right. So we got 3 tactics. We got return of I have to play this. Return of the Playmaker sounds too good to pass up. Roaming Playmaker AP track. Very funky this one. Fullback or support. Trequartistas can be quite fun, but you gotta find the right. Probably Trequartista. You don't find the player, you got all kinds of problems. So we need somebody who's got everything. Dribbling, passing, flair, decisions, vision, first touch, agility, balance. Basically, you need God's gift to playmakers. Okay, so I think Buendia can play as a Trequartista. He's better as a winger, inverted winger. But I think, he can. Definitely plus he cuts inside. That should help. Then up top here, we can put, can we play Jacob? Oh, no, this guy's 3 days time. Okay, let's go. Find out can you full screen the game? Ooh, I forgot to do that. Sorry, my bad. Full screen. Thanks for letting me know I was not on full screen. I wanted you guys to see my face in all this glory. Now you got Okay, so we got this tactic, return the playmakers coming from Matty. And what Matty was here for yesterday's 5-channel attack. So kind of expect you guys to come up with your own 5-channel attacks. And I think this is stands up as a potential one because the DM and support. It's got no PIs on it. Romy playmaker's gonna come up here. In doing so, he's gonna shove this guy a bit to the left. Inside for the fullback is yep, cool, staying wider, which is good. Alright, you can play him stay wider. Otherwise, you know, the inside forward, you can't ask you to sit narrow, you're just gonna congest the area. I don't think you need to change anything, man. I, on the other hand, have to figure out okay, Buba, Kamara. Okay, for Douglas Luiz. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who's got Kamsi to get the ball. This guy, is it? Okay, and then we've got Kamara. Again, McGinn can actually play here, but then he comes deep. That's the problem. All right, then up top in this position, we need an AMC. Morgan Rogers, how are you as an AMC? Too young. Not the actual player. Ramsey. Okay, I think we can ask him to be an AMC. Okay, so him to play as an AMC. Zaniolo, right footer. Okay. Wait, isn't he left? Reasonable right foot. Terrible concentration. Anyway, basically ran out of players. We run out of players. So, nope, we can't use him. I mean, we could. I mean, let's give Tielemans a chance. I always have nothing nice to say about him. I don't know what problem I have with Tielemans. You know? It's like I'm always finding something to say about him. Moreno. Okay, we'll play you here. Okay, all right. Callum Chambers. Huh? All right, okay. Got Langlet. Okay, all right, let's go lah. I mean, it should be a players all tired. What if 5-channel support is better than 5-channel attack? No, 5-channel, you need to have some of them attacking. You can't have all of them support duties. You need a verticality movement. Otherwise, you're just too static and they're waiting for you to get to the final turn. Somebody in the final turn one. Too much. You need some. So you have to decide whether the outer ones on support or the inner ones on support. My advice is, yeah, you need to have some players putting pressure on the back line. That's why you have some attack duties for a 5-channel attack. You need pressure. Otherwise, your 5-channel attack is just 5 guys standing there, you know, saying try and pass us, which is kind of defeats the purpose of having a 5-channel attack. The whole idea is to put pressure on the opposition. Now, I like this against this. So if this formation does give us a problem, it's quite sad because that means our tactic sucks. I'm telling you right now, if you have a 4-2-3-1 and you struggle against these formations, trust me, your 4-2-3-1 is badly designed. Okay? This tactic should just keel over and die to a 4-2-3-1. Yeah. There's no reason why a 4-2-3-1 is going to struggle against that tactic. So you gotta, because the thing is that tactic is wingbacks who come forward, right? So the moment you show them inside and you don't tell them to look up the pitch, means you basically tell them to pass in. You're basically, in our case, you're forcing them to stay wide. So we're not giving them an option to link up with the 2 midfielders. So they're gonna have to try their best to find those fellas in attack. So it puts a lot of pressure on those wingbacks, and we can expect them to get into trouble. They already got one of them has already got a yellow card. So let's go. There we go. Again, nice. Zaniolo is on his own, baby. He's gone from the left flag all the way to this flag. Wow, that's okay. Really, Zaniolo. He winds up opponents. Argues so. Maybe the referee was on that side of the pitch and he wanted to go and pick a fight. Yeah, no small pass or he could have knocked the ball so far past his foot that he had to chase after it. Most ball to left foot before dribbling. There's nothing there to indicate why he did or what he did. All we know is he's got a reasonable, very strong left and right. So inside forwards tend to do that kind of movement, but that was in the extreme. I'm trying to isolate why. Oh, there's nothing here that tells me. Yeah, so that's just probably a one-off. Better pay a lot of attention to our friend now. That was nice. Ollie Watkins with the ball. Again, I have to reiterate, I don't defend. Okay. Yeah, I don't recommend you do this. Okay. All right. I recommend you have one guy staying back unless you're psychotic like me. Nah. Just send a tweet, friend. Have a look at your leisure. I'll be in chat to answer questions. Okay, cool. After this, I'll have a look. Okay, come on, Vinicius. Oh no, come on. We have to step up. The roaming playmaker DM. The downside of the Trequartista and the roaming playmaker on that side is your demand for very good players, right? So you're gonna have to have very, very good players. The roaming playmaker, we have one that's pretty decent. The Trequartista is pretty decent. So we're not doing very well with the ball, man. Roaming playmakers only got 6.6. I don't really like to play a roaming playmaker in this setup. Roaming playmaker, either he plays by himself. Yeah, I seem to think that roaming playmaker is almost like one of those like players that is a fast spot. No, I want to be the star of the whole game. But they've done enough pressure. Chambers, I think this was it a corner? Or did it just go to the byline? Yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. It went to the byline. Chambers went to the byline. Check back, bang. We got the pressure. Kamara, this is the roaming playmaker. And this is the, because of focus play, the two midfielders will support the right side of the pitch. Because he's got focus play to the right. So you will see both midfielders like this. And this will be our left back. And the inside here is our AP. And this is our Trequartista. So you can see the movement, right? Say, so this guy normally is here, right? Focus play to the right. So nicely done. McGinn gets in and shoots, and then the Trequartista finds the back of the net. Now here, the thing is, one of the reasons why I don't particularly like the Trequartista is that they don't tackle enough for my liking. But as you can see from this, all right, this is the Trequartista right now. Notice he is actually tracking. This is what they will do, right? So he's tracking all the way. And he's just doing his defensive job of tracking the player. And he's doing this without you doing invite crosses or a high trigger press, which you don't need, right? This is a high defensive line, a high press of high line of engagement, and he's on a Trequartista. So that's impressive. Now, if you want to play a player like that, you got to make sure he's got aggression and work rate. So if you want to see a Trequartista do what he just did, aggression and work rate. Get these two attributes and you got yourself the guy who's going to chase after other players. That's it. That's the secret to making a Trequartista work. Went there with a beautiful ball to Ollie Watkins, but he can't do much with it. So now we go back to 2D Classic. So Diego Carlos on a yellow, Baldock. Hey, notice this, right? Now, if, right, this is trigger press, no? This is the reason why there are going to be times where the Trequartista will not do what you think he's supposed to do. Look at this. Now, in Football Manager, when a player receives the ball like that, back is turned, he is supposed to go in. That's a trigger for a press. And he's literally in his zone. Like, you're standing next to me, man. We might as well exchange phone numbers. What does he do? He goes away. That's what a Trequartista will do. If you had been playing a winger inside forward, the winger inside forward had gone for him. Right? So this is something to bear in mind, right? So this is the downside of having a Trequartista. It's precisely because of the reason I don't use Trequartista so much in my tactic, because I consider them a luxury. Because I need consistency. And you get a lot of consistency when you use hard-coded roles that do close down more or do the defensive work that you expect them to do. I'm not saying Trequartistas are bad. I'm just saying that if you play a Trequartista, expect that occasionally. How often? I don't know. This is designed by Football Manager, Sports Interactive. You got to ask those guys. Kamara with the ball, roaming playmaker is not going to shift here until the ball gets into the midfield here. So as a defender, as the ball, he's going to be here. Once he comes here, he might start moving up. He goes here. Now let's watch. Okay, he's now okay. He gone wide. So roaming playmaker decides I'm gonna come up. Nah, he doesn't do much. So far so good. But the real star has been the Trequartista because of his goal. So we're paying attention to your track. Where's your track now? Buendia is here. That's our Trequartista. Gets into the area to become like a quasi-striker. So you expect that. So he's chasing. There. He's chasing. You expect that, right? So he's done his job though. So occasionally you'll see him do it, and sometimes you won't see him do it. So that's the thing you have to accept. But Trequartistas are brilliant because they go all the way down and they carry the ball forward. So you want to get a player that's got exceptional work rate. Then you'll find that these players like he's the lost cause man as well. Not too bad. So we can go to extended highlights now. So far the transitions have been okay. I'm not gonna I get you wanting to play Trequartista, so I ain't about to change your rules, okay? But I might try something slightly different. Okay, so I know that this guy is you got focus way down the right because you're trying to swing this guy over to score goals. Alright, so you got close down, more tackle harder, mark tighter. Alright, we got a split press. Let's drop this slightly. I'm gonna increase this. Why am I dropping this? I don't need my fullbacks to be that high up the pitch anymore. But this is the part that I'm a bit. If I play a volante, it'll be a bit slower. If I play a roaming playmaker, we might get the deep diagonal. I get this player here, he gives problems to their DM. But we won't play our defense. We'll get slight let me think. Do I want to have, if I increase my tempo, there might not be enough time for my fullbacks to be involved. But my fullbacks, I'm keeping them back. He's just gonna come up here and just get involved. In fact, what I'm going to do with this guy is going to make him to an inverted fullback on defense. Then I'm going to come in here and add an underlap here. So the widest player holds out the ball looking for inside runs. Okay. Now that will check the mentality of the Trequartista slightly. And increase the mentality of this guy here. I don't know if it's going to work. Yeah, I'm just... Like, the idea here is for me to... As he goes up, right? This guy is going to be in this position. Right? He's going to drop. There will be inside runs, right, coming from him. I haven't decided. This guy should be fine, AP. But we could, for the fun of it, because I'm playing against a team right now that is quite stacked defensively, right? They stack themselves up defensively. They got this whole volante situation going on with ball winning midfielder, 2 DMs. So I'm trying to push more players into the box now, and we got ourselves a penalty. We made a change and apparently the match engine liked it. Yeah, that's how the game works as well. You make a change. Sometimes you don't see the goal, right? You see it like, oh God, it's a penalty. That's not because it's scripted. It's because you made a change. The match engine recognizes you made a change. Plus, you have to recognize what you're playing. Do you want to extend the highlights now? Staniolo gets the ball. Okay, another one. Oh, woodwork this time. So now we've got these two hammering the ball. Basically, what these 3, right? Attacking the box. So we got the underlap now. So what will happen is the mentality of this guy will be reduced. This guy is increased, right? And then the widest player hold out the ball. This roaming player is coming up. This guy is also running up, but he's going to be giving us some defensive, security down this side of the pitch. A long throw. Keeper does well. And I also decided not to play out defense because I don't need my DMs. See, when you play out defense, these midfielders, they tend to drop deeper. So I don't like that sometimes, especially when I got one of my DMs with comes deep to get the ball. So I don't need it. Nice work. Oh, it's there. Buendia in goal scoring position again. All right, we're gonna give Mr. Kamara a break. I'll bring on someone else. I think Douglas Luiz will come on now. Bring on Matty Cash for the fun of it. Isaac Konza for the fun of it. So you're playing FM19? Yeah, FM19 is a while back, but a lot of the principles still hold. Buendia checks, looks up. Nice link. Moreno back. Diego Carlos. Back. Oh, this is good football, man. Kamara, Chambers, now the inverted fullback. Gets around the defense, pops one into. Ooh, a lot of good pressure on the opposition now. We're getting a lot, we're pushing them quite deep. All right, let's make a substitution. Take out Moreno, bring on Courtney House and Jacob Ramsey for, I don't know, Tielemans. Yeah, I'm just giving Jacob Ramsey a chance to play. I think I'll bring on Morgan Rogers. Why have been dominating this game? Because we haven't had any issues defensively. Our defensive line is not high, so it's only standard defensive line. So we should be able to defend most of the attacks. Yeah. If there's a breakaway, we should be fine. There's no need to play with a high defensive line all the time. Yeah. Recognizing when you can drop a defensive line is probably good for you. Yeah. I will drop my defensive line many times in matches. But when you drop a defensive line, you kind of need to increase the trigger press. There's kind of a relationship between the two. Because the trigger press works on zonal marking, so there's a zone that's defined by the defensive line and the line of engagement. Missed a chance there as well. I like this now. There's a lot of pressure in the final third. Matty Cash, McGinn. Oh, you sweet thing. They should have scored another one. Does taking one tactic forever work, or will they eventually? There's no such thing as the AI will eventually find a way to beat it. That doesn't exist in Football Manager. The thing about in the long run is, what's your definition of long run? Like, things will happen across the season. You pick up injuries, your team gets complacent. Complacency is factored into the game, right? So if you're winning a lot of games, you might get your players might get complacent. If you are the sort of person that does a lot of play interactions as well. Like, I don't do any play interactions, so I'm safe. But a lot of people like to do play interactions. I would avoid them. But if you do, then sometimes that can affect your players as well. So there are a lot of things in the game that will affect your players' ability to deliver on the pitch. So you need to be consistent. B, you should also be able to recognize when players have loss of form. How do you know that? Is it because they don't score? You need to identify who are. See, there's a lot of elements involved in understanding your own team. One, who are the players who are creating all the chances? And I'm not talking about the one with the assist. I'm talking about all those involved in creating the chance, because there are more than one player. Like, most people just look at the guy generating the assist, but they forget the guy who assisted the assist. You gotta look at the fellas who involved in all the passes and identify who are key in your tactical system. So, understanding that, you can always go into your game and go like, oh, how can I improve this player? Then you're always looking to improve your team. Like, I'm always looking to, okay, I'm gonna try and increase his attributes to this area so that he becomes a better player. One thing I don't do anymore, and I don't touch it. I don't touch this with a 10-foot pole. I don't trades, no. I don't do any trades, because trades are a tendency to do something, and that introduces a bit of unpredictability. The moment my players are doing well and scoring well, I leave trades alone, man. I don't trade anything. I'm one of those guys you'll find playing Football Manager who keeps it as simple as possible. Because I think keeping it simple is the best. So my advice is, you can stick to one tactic. We did it with Joey Go Smash, and I used it for 7 seasons. The thing is, your biggest challenge will always be what happens when your players get old. When you need to get new blood in, when you do rotations, that's when the problem starts. So you need to time it, and you also have to have a strategy of the one tactic, right? Is not going to work against some formations. For example, when I'm playing a 4-3-3 and I'm playing a back 5, which has got no wingers, but they only got wing backs, I know I need to find a way of pulling those defenders apart. And I sometimes go into my tactic and change roles and duties to do that. See, tactics, the thing is, you can't play one tactic without making changes. So you need to master how to tweak, because the game stopped being a one tactic game a long time ago. You can, with the best players in the world, play one tactic and close your eyes, but I'm not talking about those kind of teams. Can you try a tactic with 2 inverted wing back on attack, CDM, and 1 CM attack with positive mentality? 2 inverted wing backs on attack, 1 roaming playmaker, and 1 CM. Nah, that's like too crazy. You don't have a rest defense in that tactic. Because you got 2 inverted wing backs, you're going to have 2 defenders back, right? So your flanks are always exposed, in the center is also exposed. So when you're pushing forward and you're attacking, right, you don't have anybody in the center of the park to win you the second ball. You end up having to push one of your defenders into a libero position. When you do that, then you lose the flank protection. You already lost the flank protection with 2 inverted wing backs. You can't push the DM up. Yeah. There's no mid-game tweaks. I mean, like, the thing is, a lot of people ask me for mid-game tweaks. The thing is, you can't... I do a lot of these games, but one of the reasons why I stream so much is I show you like things like that. Okay, I'll give you some very simple things that you need to understand. Okay. All right. 1, the different formations you might end up playing against. Okay. So for example, if I'm playing against Atletico Madrid, right? Like this team, like if they were to play back 5 like this, like the guys on the stream yesterday, you saw what I did. The moment they came out with these two, I changed these 2 roles. Okay, I decided I'm gonna pull these 2 guys away. So I went winger on attack. So they come down the flanks, right? The problem is a winger, these 2 can handle. He can handle on his own. So I had to get this guy involved in attack as well, and this guy involved as well. So I double up on the flank so that I could pull these 2 guys away. Sometimes I do like a winger, and then fullback, and they go give us the width. And by doing that, we pull these 2. And I create space in here for this guy and this guy to go and score goals. So this guy was pushing into this pocket over here. Right. That's when you recognize what you're playing against. So you need to look at the formation that you're playing against and go, you know what, I'm playing against this formation. How do I take apart a 3-man defense? So you need to look at understanding how to break them down. So I break them down either with like this, or I could be playing a 4-2-3-1. Then I also do opposition instructions, knowing that they need to pass the ball here, right? These 2 wing backs need to pass the ball to these 3 midfielders. What if they cannot pass the ball to those 3 midfielders? What happens to the tactic? The tactic just becomes the case. So let me push the ball here, So what I do, I just show them onto the flank. So you're playing on the left flank, you keep showing to his left foot. You play on the right flank, show him to his right foot. So they can only go down the flanks. They can't come inside. And then sometimes what I'll do is, depending if my 2 players here are very good, if they are very, very good, right? Like Mo Salah good, right? So in some systems, I got very good players. Then I won't use wingers. I'll use inside forwards, because inside forwards will attack this pocket. 1 man can take 2 of them out of the game. But this team has got no Mo Salah inside there. So I got to use 2 players. So recognizing what you see, the thing is, when you look at these formations, your mid-game tweak isn't about changing so many things. It's like understanding the formation you're playing against and going, how do I create the space for my strikers? And we did this with so many formations. So yesterday we were playing quite a lot. I think we're using this as well. We created one funky formation here. 5-2-2-1, 5-channel attack. This guy is attacking, this guy is attacking. What about this? If they were like... So in this one, I had to attack this zone and take these 3 guys out. I'm using this formation. But it's like, you know, when you play Football Manager, you can't go into the game. You need to look at your own tactic and go, how can I tweak my tactic? Not how can I find a tactic to counter this tactic. I don't do that. No. I hate doing that. It's more like, okay, what is the weakness of this tactical system? This tactical weakness is, if they're using inverted wingbacks, guarantee you the flanks are the weakness. Because anytime the AI is using inverted wingback, you attack the flank with a winger. You never play an inside forward against that. You never play an inverted winger, and you never have a Mazzala in your tactic. Because all you want to do is stretch these 2 to oblivion, because they are going to be here when they have possession of the ball, right? But if they lose possession of the ball, they're going to run back here. So that run up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down makes them tired. So you want to tire these players out so they make mistakes, which is, I guarantee they will do in the second half. So you want to attack them with wingers. And you see, this weakness is this guy going forward. So if he goes forward and links up with him, they got a gap here that you want to exploit. So I will have a focus played on this side of the pitch. So I will focus play down this side of the pitch to keep this guy back defending all the time. So he can't link up with this guy. So, football is about looking at the pieces and the formation that you have in front of you and coming up with plan A, plan B, plan C. The camera didn't break because I was showing these two tactics. How to hide I have to hide the camera. Otherwise you won't know what I'm talking about. So that's gonna be my way. So let's look at your tactics. Send me this. Where is it? I don't see it. Somebody sent. Okay, let's do this. One notification, but let's see. Then I got one from him. Yeah, I don't have any other. I didn't see any link. I want notification, but it's from my good friend Art. That's about it. Don't see it. No. It's not gonna come in on my personal messages. Don't worry. Don't DM me. Just add me only. That's all. Yeah, that's add me. Yeah, I don't have any funky stuff there. All right, so let's look at the next tactic. This tactic is not bad. It's quite good. Yeah. Did I make a change? We finished the game, right? We won the game. So, I mean, I wouldn't change this tactic. What I did was slightly different. I can't even remember what I did. Oh, I turned this guy into a shadow striker so that we had 3 fellas attacking this space. Then I went and did an underlap. So this is what I did to your attack. I did an underlap here, right? I turned this guy into a shadow striker instead, right? For the game I was playing with. And then I added the underlap. It's a small change to the tactic. That's all. But because I wanted to attack that zone. So this is all I did to your tactic. Small changes. Because by doing this, because we know the track doesn't really defend, right? So what we have a focus play and an underlap. So the widest player will hold out the ball looking for inside runs. We got one inside run here, we got another inside run here. This guy's just going to come out the pitch and support play. So what we have now is a deep diagonal attack to this side and pressure down the middle. So we are playing against a back three, right? So I wanted to put a lot of pressure on their defenders. Because I know this guy is going to attack one side by himself. So we got this guy pulling players away, and then we got these two attacking the 2 other central defenders, and that's then we tore Sheffield United apart. Okay, next tactic. What have we got? We got this is my tactics. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's a new account. Yeah. I'll probably come in on my feed eventually. Pascara 441. Okay, interesting. Volante DM. Wow, this is like enganche. Oh my god, this is one of those like let's get the ball up the pitch, own time, own target. Yeah, I knew it. What? Why do you have high tempo? Look, if you got so many support duties. Why do you want to... What? There's no such thing as one-touch passing anymore, no? There is no such thing as one-touch passing. Yeah. No, Buende was playing... Just now, Buende was playing as a trequartista. Not as a target forward. Trequartista. It was quite a funky idea. I liked it. So instead of just playing, so what we did was, did I? Yeah, that was your tactic. Yeah. Okay, so now we come in here. Let's try this, okay? I'm not a big fan of the low tempo, and that's all I'm going to say. I think low tempo is just too low. Okay, tempo is about getting players up the pitch, okay? Not the ball. The ball is going to go very fast out of the pitch. Your players are not going to be anywhere near it, because got a lot of support duties. So we got to play this for the first 45 minutes. I'm not going to make any changes. Let's go. So that's a goal. Any tactic comes out from Discord, I cannot change it for 45 minutes. Not 45 minutes in real time. 45 minutes of the game. All right, let's go. Let's see what happens. Okay, we want to pay attention to when we have the ball. Okay, and see how it gets up the pitch. Okay, bang, no highlight. Okay. Got advanced forwards over. Oh my god, this is like the focal point of attacks. No, so when you play an advanced forward, your whole team says, "Hey, get the ball up to him quickly." I would drop the tempo a bit and make this into a more controlled tiki-taka kind of system. Yeah. Hey, Matty, thanks for your resub on Twitch, brother. 16 months. I'll live in say thank you for your 16 months, man. Okay, now we get the ball. See what's going up? It goes up. Like we're not waiting for the rest of them to get to the area. We're not. We're gonna shoot and go. Okay, if that's what you want, if you're happy with that kind of a thing, then go for it. Okay. All I'm saying is there's a kind of attacking patterns you're gonna see a lot of where because you are playing on a high mentality and you are playing with a high tempo, this is gonna happen a lot. Where you might end up in a situation where the players don't really wait for others to settle in. So you know if you have like this work ball into box is not really happening. You can't it's like you got high tempo and then when you get to the box, don't cross the ball. Sometimes you won't get a chance to. There. Lost the ball. Not waiting for others. Okay, watch again. Yeah, let's go. Boom. Oh. Okay, Diaby goes back to Kamara. Oh man, they don't wait for players to get into better positions. They just pass the ball. Then you lost the ball again. They didn't wait for the volante to go up. They just went, okay, pass the ball. Yeah, I'll give it to him now. Lost the ball. There's the downside of having very high tempo. Him again. 1-1. Yeah, there's no one-touch football doesn't exist. Yeah, you see this all running now. Yeah, it doesn't exist. One-touch football does not exist anymore. It used to in FM 17 and before, where we do the shortest of the passing and then the highest tempo, right? It used to be a thing, no, in the old days, no. But once they tweaked the mentality and they changed the passing styles, what they did was, as I changed the mentality and the passing styles below it, and then they died, never came back. So it won't really work now. So what you want to do is you want to do this now. Like if you do this, right, you're really using the center, you're not really using him. So you want to use that guy even more than drop this. So then you'll see the action go in, out to the Enganche. Enganche will be used a lot. Now, advanced forward, I probably wouldn't use him. I'll probably use a pressing forward. Or maybe even a poacher. So I wouldn't use a poacher actually, just a pressing forward. Because if you use advanced forward, what will happen is sometimes they just make the long pass to him, where I want others to be involved. Yeah. So I drop your tempo. And you see, the thing is, this formation shouldn't be giving us any trouble at all. It shouldn't. Because we already got an OI set up so they don't pass inside. We just got the two players in the middle. We have to look after them. Let's take this guy, put him here. Take this guy, put him here. Take this guy, put him here. Okay, I guess take this guy, put him here. Again, I'm sorry, I ran out of options. I don't know, take you off or maybe put you here. Again, shut up. Okay, go rest. Yeah, but PSG play strikeless. Yeah, they're different. Tiki taka, you just what you do is that's why if you want to do like short passing, this is what I'm doing. Yeah. You play like normal tempo, shorter passing, like this. Okay. You can play our defense, bring your players deep, encourage the other team to come at you. But you just slowly bring the ball up the pitch and you control the space. And then what you do is also you do a lot of hold shape. Okay, so you're not countering at any opportunity. So this is more like a bit more like let's pass the ball around and try and break that team down. So using a pressing forward instead of a advanced forward. If you want to have, maybe if you're playing Man City or a much better team, then play the advanced forward. But if you want to be patient with your build up and get everybody involved like this, like we're bringing the ball in and then we're trying to, okay, let's try and create some goal scoring opportunities, then pressing forward and lower the tempo. Hey, you won't, defensively you'll be fine. And your mentality doesn't have to be attacking. It can even be balanced. Yeah. Because you don't have to do much, no. You're just keeping the ball. Positive is, you want tiki-taka, right? You play positive. Positive, you're passing shorter also. When you play attacking mentality, it doesn't really, it's not very tiki-taka fun. That's a problem. Because when tiki-taka, if you play attacking mentality, then the passing is, there's too much creative freedom and the passes can be quite fast. You want moving, you want tiki-taka, then you have to move it around a bit more. So you're going to have to play it on like mentalities like positive, balance. These are the two ones that you want to aim for. And then if you want like a lot of support for your backline in attack, right? You get these guys to go up and then you can actually drop this. Okay, so we're moving this team. We want to move this team, bro. So we got pressing for Enganche. This DM, Libero coming up. NCB, you don't use, okay, we play a ball playing defender. We don't want him hoofing the ball. And then we go, why do we have a fullback here? Fullback, you might say just get this guy to be a fullback on attack. So he gets around them. So now we got like basically three defenders. There's a lot of movement in this tactic. No? So you got one more role that is going to go around behind them. So you got a lot of options. PSG don't play a striker. PSG don't have a striker in their tactic. It's a pure strikerless tactic. Oh, we give up. Sad news on Sampdoria heading down to Serie A. Hey, but who's coming back to Premier League? Is this, who's in the playoffs from the Championship? Isn't Sunderland in the playoffs? They beat Coventry City, right? Hey, Graham Yates, how are you, man? They beat Coventry City, right? The playoffs. I'm looking at the Championship playoffs. Are looking quite good, though. I think it's Sunderland in the. I think Sunderland beat Coventry City. Yeah, Sunderland versus Sheffield United. I don't want Sheffield United to come back. I want Sunderland to come back. Sorry, Sheffield United fans. Blades, I'm sorry, but I want to see Sunderland. The memories, the old days of Sunderland. Sunderland was a lot of fun those days. Come on, there we go. Okay, you want that extra. You see, the reason why I gave you a few options is look at this. Now you got two defenders, right? But look at this, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you want to do like a tiki-taka system, tiki-taka for the sake of passing is just daft. But if you pass with you're trying to score goals, right? Okay, you want to score goals. But look at this now. What have we got? We got this, we got the width here. Right? But we got all these guys getting in good positions to receive the ball. Right, we got 2v1 here already. We got one guy here, we got one guy breaking the line. We got one more guy here. So all he has to do is play a threaded pass through the middle. That's it. He doesn't go there. We go around it and then we square the ball with a fullback because we're using a fullback. Remember, we just changed his duty. Goes around behind the line and perfectly weighted square ball. We passed our way to a goal against a team that's playing with 7 players in defense. Oxan Taz, how are you, man? Welcome to the stream, brother. Sampdoria is going to be a very good save for a lot of reasons why. They're a historically great club. But Serie A, honestly, Italian football is quite interesting compared to English Premier League. Huh? It's a lot more interesting. So when I'm looking at this tactic, I'm asking myself two questions. This won't work. So drop, drop, drop. You can drop it to this, right? Or you can even go like this. It's okay. You got enganche. The moment you play enganche, do this. Don't play here. Because why? You want the enganche to see the ball as much as possible. So you need to go narrow. Narrow means we're using the insides to pass the ball. Here, we just turn this guy into a fullback on attack. You can't play football on attack. This guy will be a ball play defender and this guy turn into a pressing for attack. Then we do an, I don't know, I think I did play out defense. I can't remember the overlap. Could have done an overlap, I'm not sure. Yeah, you got to check what I did just now. But overlap can also help. With focus play as well can help. But this what will happen is you go around it, you go round, right? You got the options here. You got these two. These two are going to be your defenders. But, you know, you're going to have a three side. I mean, what's the problem? You got DM here. You know how difficult it is for you to be broken down. Oh, yeah, I did this. Or I could have done this, right? You can drop. If you go do this, like standard and lower, then you can increase, right? You go up like this, you decrease, or you come to here. Maximum. That's it. It's a good tactic. Nice. I would use it. I like all these tactics. They are very challenging. They are very fun to play. Very hard for the AI to score against you because you've got a lockdown on. Because this is a very good tactic. No? It's a poor man's 4-2-3-1. It's got it's also potentially got a 5-channel attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But to get the 5-channel attack, you got to tiki-taka your way to it. So you're playing on positive. Okay, and you can get the ball up the pitch. And then tiki-taka, you do hold shape. Then you move the ball around, you hold your shape. And you got this guy going around as well. So you're giving a lot of threats. And you want this guy to be really a left footer with high dribbles. Likes to take on players. Could be fun. Next tactic. Return. No, Pescar. Napoli 3-4-2-1. Spurs fan. Oh, I can't wait to try a 3-4-2-1, man. I remember going to see the Champions League Final 92 when Sampdoria played Barcelona at Wembley. Vialli, Mancini, and Lombardo played that day and Schwen got an extra. That was a long time ago, no? How old were you, boy? I would have been uni, you know. I would have graduated. Yeah, that would be my working. I start working already. Yeah. I would have graduated from uni at that point. I remember Vialli was one of my favorite players to watch. Yeah. Gianluca Vialli. 15. Oh, we're not that far apart. Yeah. I remember that. But that was a fantastic. I mean, Gianluca Vialli was a lot of fun to watch. Can you tell us, can a tactic be both mentality, attacking, and defensive? Yeah, of course it can. We did that just now, right? Yeah, defensively compact. Depends on the formation that you're using. Like just not the tactic we were playing with, the 4. Okay, a tactic that's got 2 banks of 4 is always gonna be more compact than a tactic that's like a 4-2-3-1. So the best formation in the game is 4-4-2 or 4-4-1-1 or 4-1-4-1. Yeah, they are the best because they got 2 banks of 4. It can become very compact very easily. So we got this tactic AM, move into channels, pressing for interesting, wing back, roaming playmaker. This looks like something we did. I like this tactic. Except, you know me, right? Libero. The problem with these tactics, back fives, is the wing backs have to be very high up the pitch. That's all. And that to do that, you have to play an attacking mentality. Therein lies the first problem. Overlaps or underlaps. This is the problem with these back fives. Okay, back fives are not very funky in the sense that you want these guys to be here, eventually, right? So now, actually, when you get here, you want him to already push up to this position. But in Football Manager, if this ball side, right, here, he comes up by, if in real life, right, if the ball is here, this guy is already here. This guy is already here in real life. because he's already putting pressure on the back line already. That's what happens in real life. Now he goes, then he comes here, he's already gone here. That's not too bad. We got him there in that position. But there's nobody. You see, when he gets to this ball, there's nobody running. Then he doesn't get enough support. Gonza, this is why these guys are libero. In my setup, right, these two become liberos. Precise. It's exactly for this reason. Watch this, right? See what has happened here, right? This is your outlet for chances, right? But you got all these guys waiting to attack the line, right? Okay, he goes back to, this is why I play them as liberos. Libero. Because if I play libero, I can put them on support. They can take the pass. They can do the pass into space from these positions. That's why I have one of my favorite setups in Football Manager is the diamond defense, like this. This is what I aim for in all my tactics, right? The diamond defense. When I have a diamond defense, this is a roaming, this is a playmaker, this is a playmaker, this is a playmaker. So in Football Manager, when I'm using a back four, this is a playmaking fullback, roaming playmaker. So that we can play those passes, but now he's got to go all the way back using wide center backs. Okay. Because what wide center backs do is they bring the ball down the flanks. That's it. They support the focus play down the flanks, and that's about it. Yeah. Which kind of becomes disappointing because then it affects your attacking transitions. So and this is good. There's a quick transition, but it fails there. Go. That's why we want pass into space, or we want roles that can play those kind of. See, he can't play that pass. The wing backs are not effective with, except when they go switch. Matty Cash can't do much from that position. So far, he's not really done anything from here. Okay. Oh, why I wanted to change. Oh, I have an injured player. Oh, I thought what happened? Okay. Oh my goodness. We can try the wide center back and ask them to take more risky passes. He's gone to the center, but Buendia was offside. Okay, and the pressing forward, we got the wing backs not really supporting play until it's like, oh, and Wally Watkins got the nope, offside again. Want to see what we can do with this guy. History now. Now, some people might tell you got roaming playmaker, don't play a libero or another one beside it. No, I am the total opposite. I'm like, what? Well, beside my DLP, I cannot play a ball playing defender. I'm like, why not? I mean, like, what if the DLP is marked? At least a ball playing defender can play the pass, right? So that's the reason why I play. Like, sometimes I'll play libero and I make sure the libero sits beside a DLP. Yeah. So in this particular case, I'm looking at the thing going, this got a roaming playmaker, but each time he gets the ball, he's got players on him. So what if I have a libero? Then the libero will bring the ball up and then they will be forced to engage the libero. In doing so, that will create space for the playmaker because they're going to track the libero, right? Which was yesterday's tactic that I made, the back five with the twin liberos. Let's see if we can do it white center back first before I go to liberos. Matty Cash is running out of juice. So my second half may not really work very well. Okay, so we'll come in here and come to this guy and dribble more. I'm just going to put you on attack. And take more risk, direct passing. On attack. Take more risk, direct passing. This is the first option I have. Okay, and then tempo will be very high. I want the ball to get out the pitch really quickly. Okay, then we'll play Callum Chambers here. All right. So we're not playing invite crosses because I don't want them tucking inside. I don't want these guys tucking inside. All right, let's see what we can do. Once again, I just want this guy pushing up. We won't. Let's see if this works. Okay, we got Ramsey attacking. That's good news. He's brought down. Kamara and roaming playmaker already knackered. All right, we're gonna have to see whether I got DMs around. I'm gonna take this guy off. Play Yuri Tielemans here. Defensive line is not which one is better. Why do you use what does a defensive line do? It's your back line supporting midfield. So how much do you want your back line supporting midfield? You want them to support midfield and be part of all the attacks, then you play with a standard or higher defensive lines. If you want them not to be involved in too many attacks, you scored a goal and you don't want them to be too high of the pitch, play with a lower defensive line. Yeah. It's got nothing to do with mentality. It's got to do with everything with how you want, where you want your back line. You want your back line you want them to drop very deep every time they lose the ball. That's your defensive line. So it's not, there's no like, mentality. It's because here we want the full wing backs to be really involved in the attacks. Okay. Oh, God, this year I told you, right? Not happening. Libero. Okay, two liberos on support, pushing out. This guy will libero on defend. Okay, because the roaming playmaker. This guy can be on support. DM on defend, no need. DM on support. Get out the pitch. Don't be lazy. All right. Now we're gonna pass into space as well. Okay. I want to score a goal against Burnley. Our tempo is too high. I know we're playing our defense, right? Yeah. Come on, there, go. Thank you. Wendia back to Diego Carlos, plays a really aggressive pass, which is what we want to see. We pass in the spin. Konsa, go. Lenglet. Now we got some interesting passes from these two positions. They are playing those through balls already. Okay, we got Diaby. No, we'll play Zaniolo. Okay, here. I think that's the last change I can make in attack. First, I definitely will play liberos. We just need liberos. You got so many players defending. So you don't have to. If you want to get them, if you want a bit more, like I'm a bit worried about how high up the pitch they're gonna go, then drop it to standard defensive line. That's it. That's all, man. Then your defensive line adjust, like I said before. If you don't want your back line to concede a lot of goals, it's a question of your. I opened up. I was looking for the goal. It's basically a defensive line. That's what you do. Yeah, all your base, you're fine. Tiki taka, you can use as many playmakers as you want. Some people will tell you don't use 3 playmakers. Damn it, 3 playmakers is fine. Yeah, people have done it with 3 target men, 4 target men. Yeah, definitely you can do that. Yeah, 3 playmakers, no issue, baby. Yeah, and Chambers into the area, no. See, my defensive line is dropped, right? So my players are dropping a bit deeper now. Yeah, so good. Oh, look at that, man. Look at the passing. This is offside, but the ping pong that was going on. Holy cow, look at this, man. I was like mesmerized with the passing. Watch this, okay? What happens when we have the liberos? Look at this, right? Ding. One touch passing. It's all one touch, into the final third. And we did, I mean, it's definitely offside. 100% offside, but it was one touch, beautiful one touch football. It's just this Zaniolo's run. His mental attribute is not that good. Again, let's go. Buendia is on his own. Zanilo from range. So I think you can have quite a lot of fun if you play liberos instead of wide centre backs. Then you get a lot more centre power action with these two. I would definitely look at, if you play wide centre backs on attack, you see more of like flank action, like them trying to cross the ball as well. You never seen that before, Austin Mali. That's beautiful. You can make some very, very interesting things. That's one of the reasons why people say they go into the old notion of one-touch passing, having to be short, and this, no, it's not. It's tempo. It's important, true. But what you also need is you need to do like those kind of your players cannot be too far apart. Your width is important. Our width was quite narrow, which is okay. Quite funky that tactic. So what we did was I played with liberos. This guy's a libero support. Then we turned this guy into a DM on support because we already got so many players back defending. This guy is a libero on defend. That's the only difference. Because this guy is a DM. This guy's a roaming. So we need to do a defend duty. So we don't want him to go all the way up the pitch. But we want him to go up further up the pitch. Because we will be able to jam this side of the pitch. And then we kept everything as is. I think I did raise the tempo, right? I think I went up to this. And I also removed wide crosses. That's it. And we went to work on the opposition. It was fun. I kind of enjoyed this tactic. I'm going to save this for myself. I want to use it. I'll put it there, I'll put it here. Matty. Was it Spurs fan? I think this is Spurs fan. 3, 4, 2, 1. Edit. I'll put it here. So this is tag. I edited it. I want to try this later for myself. Yeah. And I will save it for you guys as well. If you want to try it, I'll put it into the public Dropbox folder. Okay. There's something on my toe. I think it's broken. Or it's getting, maybe I'm old. Yeah. You know why all your joints start to hurt, right? Once you get a certain age. I think my joints are all hurting. That's a problem right now. So it's like, damn shit. Feels like, I'm like, pressing it more like, what? Why does it feel like my, I think I'm just an old man, Things my body needs to get used to. I left it here as well. Okay. Spurs fan 3, 4, 2, 1 edited. Alright, so it's a back 5. Yeah, slightly different tactic. Alright, let's see if nope, didn't get it. Alright. We got Tiki Press, new tactic that just came in. And then file request, let's look at Republic tactics as well. Okay, and then we'll take this one. This one. All right. Okay. Okay, there we go. Wait, we're short. Okay. Tiki press. Yeah. Pressing forward, track, doing inside forward winger, not ball winning midfielder on support, DLP on defense. Okay, very safe tactic. Very safe. Not really smashing the 5 channels. Yeah. Yeah, I did check the tweet. I did check. There we go. Notifications. Why is not showing up? All I got is this mentions. Yeah. Nope. Don't have, man. What do you got? Yeah, that's it. Maybe it's because it's a fresh account. I'll check lah. Maybe I'll see it later. I'll check anyway. And I'll just respond to it. Okay, 442 inverter winger AP. You got your tactic. Let's quick pick. Kamara. Douglas Luiz is best off here because it comes deep to get the ball. And Ramsey, no. You play Tielemans here just in case. Was it Buendia? Where's Buendia? Buendia can play here. Trequartista. He can play quite well as a Trequartista. Lenglet, Torres, Consa, Cash. Okay, all right, let's go. I mean, offhand, I think it's fine. I'll check later which one I like. Yeah. Your tactic, right, Ogus? That's the one that you uploaded, right? Good reading. Okay, let's look at your defensive line and see what you do. You're playing a mid-block center defensive line. Okay, fullbacks don't get overcommitted. I don't see... Okay, prevent shot goalkeeper distribution. 4 of them will be up there when they have a goal kick, but the rest of the team is not going to be up there with them. Okay, so that's all you got to remember. Then pass into space. You got some players running into space. Have you got any PIs here? You've got shoot less often, sit narrow for this guy. If you have to ask him to sit narrow, okay. I'm not a big fan of that. Stay wider. Anything is a PI is always a tendency to cut inside with the ball, shoot less often. Play a right-footed play. That's all. You cut inside all day long. Hopefully there's no tackle hard here. Hold position. Take more risks. Quite risky. Okay, to do that. Dribble less, take fewer risks. CD, wing back, stay wider. Okay, quite a few PIs in your tactic. Take fewer risks with your pressing forward. Okay. Jabi Alonso recreation for 2023-2024. Okay, I'll have a look. Nice. Into the area. We get the opening goal, man. I can't see his... I mean, that's from a set piece. It looked very nice. Okay, but set pieces, I'll leave it alone. Okay, 4-2-3-1, better beat a 4-4-2. It's one of those tactics you should be beating. Unless, again, because 4-2-3-1s are very strong against a 4-4-2 because you can put a player in where they don't have a player. They don't have a DM. So second goal, very nice. Very nice, man. This tactic is doing really well. I mean, the rule is if we are winning games with the tactic, I don't have to make a single change, then leave it. I mean, the first time I saw the tactic, I didn't have issues. It's only when I saw the PIs, but PIs are a tendency to do something. They're not a rule. So that's thing they have to remember. It's only a tendency to. And what I like is, you know why he's got this whole duties in the 2 DMs, right? So what has happened is that he's got a Trequartista that will drop deep to form the third pivot. So it's pretty cool. That's actually a good idea. This is quite a lot of nice goals, man, from Aston Villa. You know, bit block, wait for the team to come, and bang, hit the team. Very nice. There's nothing here, no. You just wait, come, slap, score. Wait, come, take, slap, score. The pass into space, right, defense. Yep. Pass into space, right, defense has always been very good. I did a whole video on that, and I wrote a guide about it in FM23, right? A lot of my tactics, you probably saw me using pass into space and right defense. I use that a lot. Because when you ride defense, when players are dribbling, they're gonna engage you, so you pass into space. So you take advantage of this. You take advantage of the space that is created. Hey, officially me, thank you for the follow, man. So this is an excellent tactic. I mean, 4-2-3-1s are supposed to smash 4-4-2s. Yeah, they are supposed to. But you can see what I mean, right? Look at that. 2, yeah. 1, 2, 3, waiting to go. Watkins drops as a pressing forward. This is our DLP, right? Douglas Luiz. This is our fullback. This is our wingers. Then we got Trequartista bursting into space. Another one. Now, the thing about this is it's very important when you play with a Trequartista player like that, right? You better find you must make sure that he has the right attributes. He went in there to be another attacker, then he moved away, and that created the space. 4-0. Okay, I don't have to make any changes. Okay, all right, we'll leave on key highlights. I ain't making any changes to this tactic, man. Buendia, look at the Trequartista, man. He's having so much fun in this tactic. He's absolutely ruling this. No, this is, I have no idea. Tiki Press. It's Tiki Press's tactic. He came on the stream earlier. Said hi, dropped his tactic and left. Hey, Tiki Press is here. Tiki Press, it's a damn good tactic, man. What? Holy cow, look at your team, man. It's just the tactic is ripping teams apart. No. Very cool. Yeah, we conceded a goal in the 29th minute, but we already scored 4. Okay, we didn't concede a goal. It's offside. Check that. Look at this, man. I love this mid-block tactic. So, but do you have a high defensive line by any chance? Oh, even better still, he's playing a standard defensive line. So his fullbacks aren't charging up the pitch. Yeah, I love this even more because I am a big fan of the low defensive line now. The standard defensive line, the low defensive line. None of my tactics right now are playing with a much higher defensive line anymore. They're all playing with standard defensive lines. Because it's so cool when you just rip teams apart, right? With a standard defensive line or low defensive line. And every time they attack you, you just like, oh, thank you for the ball. Thank you for the ball. Thank you for the ball. Because your players are just like waiting for the air ball, man. Because you're defensively rock solid. Okay, Zanilo will come in. Let's try him here. Diego Carlos for Torres. Because we're basically putting substitutions in, because we've got nothing better to do with our players. Show cause only. I have to do something. When I was looking at your world videos again, if I don't remember wrong, you feel something about work ball into box instruction combinations. You will say dribble ball, work ball. Yeah, dribble ball, run a defense, and pass into space is one of the best combinations you can use in the game. Work ball into box also can, but what I used to do was I combine this, and this. These two. You can play work ball into box as well. Then you'll remove the chance of crosses. You're 5-0 up, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a whole shape. I want to see out the game. I'm not going to commit anymore. Lower defensive line. Okay, step up more. Okay, I don't think it's going to affect our backline so much. Oh my goodness, that should have been number 6. Zanilo went all the way to the left flank to play the ball inside for a striker who wasn't ready to find the back of the net. Oh, it's okay. Dribble more, run a defense, work ball into box, and pass into space. That combination. All 3. That's what I used to do last time. The idea is to have pass into space with run at defense. Because what happened is you're dribbling, right? You don't add dribble more as a PI, no. You use run at defense and pass into space as a combination. Not the PI dribble more. Dribble more was only for my defenders. So Tiki Press. Tactic of the week. That's it. Tactic of the week. That's it. Tiki Press. Congratulations. Tong tong tong. Tactic of the week. I think your first one is your first ever tactic of the week. 100%. I don't think you have another one. I think they're already Your first one. Congratulations. Beautiful tactic. Loved it. In fact, it felt like, oh my god, I don't want to make any changes to this tactic. The movement is so nice. That's it, baby. Enough said. Enough is said. This is very, very good. All right, checking here again. Nope. Okay, so we're gonna come in here and delete this whole group. Go inside here. We got public, and then we extract all, browse, select folder, extract, and we take a look at those tactics. All right. So what have we got today? All right, we have the first course. I take it. I didn't look at both tactics. I'll pick one. So whenever there's more than one tactic, only pick one. Yeah. So we've got one tactic to rule them all. Xabi Alonso, tactical creation, version 2. Okay, there's a lot. All right. Okay. I'm not going to delete all this. Take too long. Okay. I know that he did this. Take more ratio less often. Yeah, and he got this. He had these 2 number 10s as well. AP and attack. Okay. This can work. Get further forward. Roam from position. This guy is going to come. Okay. The problem is this guy is roaming and this guy is roaming. This guy is going to go here, go left or right. That's a problem. So your attacks are going to be a bit wonky. I would change this to a wingback on attack. Because this Volante is coming up, he's going to shift this guy. The wingback is coming here, right? He comes here. Yeah. He comes here. Then Volante comes up. So this guy comes up. You might have a situation where you might have a bit of a you might have an issue with space. But this complete 4 is a good option. Volante, but if you don't take more risk, okay, get nice. Okay, this tactic, like all the other tactics, right? Once in a while, right? This Volante going up, you can turn this guy into a libero and defend. You can. Try that in some of your games. It'll be quite fun. But you know, you're trying to get a Jabi. If you want to go do a Jabi recreation, you're not very far away. 3-4-2-1 like this is a Jabi recreation. It can work. It can work. You might, yeah, with this complete 4 is actually a good idea. You might have to drop your tempo though. Tempo is there already. Okay, fine. Overlap. Your widest player holds up the player will look for outside run, but then there's none coming, so this guy's just gonna attack. Roll it out, distribute to center flank. Yep, works. And high defensive line. Yeah, in some games you don't want this back. You don't want them to go too far forward and just drop it to standard defensive line. You're fine. Yeah. And then when you play against, your only worry is this, right? You're against some formations. These guys might run out of passing options, right? So what you do is you come inside here. You're playing on fairly narrow. Okay, everything is correct, lah. Yeah, it's all good. Nothing to worry. This is a good tactic. Just make very minor changes. No, some games you might want to play this guy as a libero. That's it. But and I think it's good enough, man. Yeah, I will play both as wingbacks, not as complete wingback. Play both as wingbacks. Yeah. Because the problem when you play complete wingback here and this guy, they're both roaming. So I would just leave one, maybe ask him to stay wider. That's about it. Yeah. But if you wanted to come inside, that's a different story. Yeah. But you got this guy coming, this guy coming, this guy dropping. Right. You want this guy to give you the width. Don't jam the thing up. It's okay. It's okay. This tactic is not. It's good. It'll work. Definitely is gonna work. There's a good tactic. Don't you fuss. Back 5s can work quite well, especially 5-2-2-1s. 5-2-2-1s are very strong on Football Manager. They're quite strong. Defensively rugged. 4-3-3 running RB. I have noticed that you mentioned in several YouTube videos how instead of data, which I personally do not like, you extract your own data into something else. I analyze. Any chance you have a video about this? To further information about this, I am going to be looking for something for a while to use. 10 Tony TV, of course. I did a video on what was it again? A long time ago. I gotta go to my own videos now. Okay, I go Bustthenet. See, I'm such a I feel sorry for people when I look for my videos now. So is it on Data Hub? What's the thing I call? What was it called? Dr. Jit. Look for this too. Type in Dr. Jit. There we go. Player comparisons with Dr. Jit. No, watch that. The tool is called Dr. Jit. So the video is player comparisons with Dr. Jit. That's the one. This is the video. This is a tool. It's all here. So I explained the tool here and how to use it. So I give you the filters and there's links as well to the filters and how I use this whole thing. And then how I pop into the tool here. And then compare. Then give you my metrics or whatever, whatever works for me. So scoring efficiency is between 1.0, 1.3 or 1.4 is generally considered to be good one. Yeah. But that's it. That's the one. Nah, don't worry. I know. It's probably you couldn't find it because you didn't know the name of the tool. It's called Dr. Jit. A lot of Dr. Jit. Simple tool with weights that I ascribe to certain like for example, right? I have a higher value to interceptions, for example. So when I'm trying to measure the way I play or analyze and want players to be part of my team is I want proactive players, not reactive players. So I look for data that reflects how proactive they are in as far as I can go with the data in the game. Yeah, that's about it. So interceptions plays a big part in defenders, for example. All right, so this is your tactic, right? So we got like we got inverted wingback, which is good. That's nice. Then we've got then we got inverted wingback or roaming playmaker and a DM and a ball playing defender. Okay, if you're gonna play like this, make sure that this player is super fast, super aware, very good attributes because this roaming playmaker is going up. This inverted wingback is coming here. Right? He's gonna form a 2 with this guy. So you got a 3-2. There's always gonna be issue on this flank. So make sure this defender's anticipation, concentration, acceleration is very, very good. Other than that, you shouldn't have a problem. I mean, I'm not a big fan of roaming playmaker here. I'd rather have somebody attack the box. Yeah, I'd rather put the roaming playmaker here. Because as the roaming playmaker goes up the pitch, he's going to create a 5-man wall here with your rest of the team. So roaming playmaker is actually kind of cool in a single setup. But if you do like this, your tempo has to drop to like normal. Pass into space becomes a premium thing because DLF is attacking. You're going to be moving the ball a lot around, a lot. So you probably want a whole shape instead of counter at every opportunity. And you're going to be moving this ball around to score goals, right? So your DLF is dropping. Your wingers are attacking with the width. Your roaming playmaker he's going to end up in this position. So you kind of want a whole shape instead of just attacking it. Now the thing about these 4-3-3s, and I'll tell you something right now. You got to be very prepared to change roles and duties because you don't play stop crosses. If anything else, you're doing invite crosses. Stop crosses just means that you're going to be defending very, very wide. It means these guys are just going to step up and anybody comes, they're stepping into the challenge, which in fact, if he comes out too early, your defenders are exposed. Your inverted wingback is always going to be exposed. So I would rather you not play stop crosses. Now here, there's a reason why counter press, because you got counter press this inverted wingback. When you lose the ball here, he's going to try and win the ball back because he's nowhere to be found. So he's going to try and win the ball back because chances are he's going to be high up the pitch, right? So if you had possession of the ball, you lose it, then this inverted wingback is going to go forward, then try and come way back. That's why he's very important that you have the right player for this. I'm not saying it's not going to work, but you're going to have games where you're going to be thinking to yourself, I need to play these guys as inside forwards and I need to play these guys as fullbacks and maybe I need to push one guy up the pitch as a libero. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch yesterday's stream when I played my 4-3-3. And I showed everybody how I have to change it to take advantage of different formations that are thrown at me. So you got to be able to play that now. Because 4-3-3s can give you low XG and they can give you very high XG. But most people who who swear by the 4-3-3, the majority of them tweak their tactics. They don't leave it as one. Yeah. I'm telling you, for me, the best, and I tell you something, I will always use a libero in a 4-3-3. I always will use a libero because it's this tactic with the libero and roaming playmaker is incredibly strong. It will rock the gambit. This is gambit, no. This is my 4-3-3. It's got a libero with a roaming playmaker, a CM attacking a box-to-box. I have got 5-channel attacks all day long. This guy comes in because he's a positional play feature, right? So he's going to be here. This guy's going to be here. This guy's going to shove in. We got to have 5 across the park. This guy comes right behind them. This libero comes into the picture. These guys form a three-man defense. So what have I got? I've got a diamond defense like this. So one here, one here, one here, one here. Libero will be here. This guy will be here. This guy will be here. And this guy will be here. The roaming playmaker joins the attack. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here plus this guy. So it's a very balanced attack. Now, when you play with this kind of a setup, then you got to think is how do I get more players into attack? Because can you tell me how many players you got defending right now? You got 7 players. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So this guy is gonna. So none of them are. They're all waiting for you to. So this tactic is actually not as front foot as mine. Mine is putting a lot more pressure. Yours is going to the opponent's third and then moving teams around to try and score goals. So this has got more tiki-taka to it than my tactic. My tactic is rock and roll score. Your tactic is let's do the ballet and try and twirl our way to a goal. You better have very good players for this tactic. Okay? You don't have good players for this tactic, you're gonna face the same problems Pep Guardiola has faced. He gets hammered down the flanks. Okay? So that's what's gonna happen. That's all. I'm not saying it cannot work. I'm just saying you struggle to score goals at the end of the day. But if you want to, go with it. But you have to be prepared to move the team around any quality players. Okay, next tactic. Need that Messi, Dani Alves era. Yeah, this thing about 4-3-3s, right? You need the whole bunch of super good players, no? If you don't have super good players, you got to go all rock and roller on them. As in, everybody is attacking. That's the thing. 4-2-3-1 per cut. Love a 4-2-3-1. Let's see what you've got. 4-2-3-1, winger, shadow striker, poacher, winger. Nice. Okay, I'll tell you what you can do here. Take viewer is nice. Fullback, nice. Okay, The thing about this tactic right now is you got focus blade on the left and you're trying to score goals here, right? So why did you make... Okay, I see what you've done. Okay, this is kind of cool. That means, okay, what you do with this guy is you sit narrow, cut inside with the ball. Get him to come here. Because he's a winger. He's cutting inside with the ball. Okay, all right. So he's going to start from a wider position, cutting in, right? So this guy is going to be in on his inside. You know? So if he comes inside, he's going to be there. Right? So if you find that that's giving you a lot of grief, then tell him to stay wider. We can do that. And then I know what you've done here. I like what you've done. In fact, I was thinking of doing it, but I was thinking of doing it on the right flank. You did it on the left flank. Fine, go for it. And now, okay, the one thing you can do in some of your games is if you don't want to overcommit, you can do something like this. Then you do a build up on this side, but you have security on this side, right? So you do build up here and you have security here. Can. No problem. This guy can be a trequartista as well. If you have the player for it. So he drops really deep in some games, and then you can still do the build-up with the focus plate on the left, and the underlap, the trequartista will come here and join your party. And then after that, do a deep diagonal into this area. Also can. Look, you this tactic and go attacking, you can play a lot of mentalities. Counter press definitely works. Yeah, and then you can, counter. I love the fact that you can counter whole shit. You can play standard defensive line this tactic easily. Yeah, you can even start a lot of your games with standard defensive line. Right? You don't have to play. You want the fullbacks to get more involved in the attack? Okay, go higher defensive line. I score a goal. Okay, go standard defensive line. There, all day long, you'll be having fun. They can play this as inverted fullback, and then most of the attacks are generated from here. And then, This guy's taking more risk. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I read you like this is tactic is good enough. Okay. All right, you can play a very nice tactic. I mean, that is a very, very nice tactic. Yeah. Very nice. There's nothing it's there, it's so similar to yeah, I can see what it's gonna do, right? Because at some point or other we've all played something like that before and it will work. And if you just come up with it, welcome to the party of the 4-2-3-1. Okay, we got what I like to call Portuguesa, the Portuguesa system. Okay, why I don't like this tactic is because you got halfback, right? So the thing about halfbacks is they will drop in. When they drop in, they almost demand that these two boys be able to do something with the ball. So you go and play ball-playing defenders and ball-playing defenders. Don't play a halfback with two CDs. Play a ball-playing defender, ball-playing. At least then, when he drops in, these two guys can decide, you know what, let's dribble with the ball a bit. Because the wingbacks are quite far away, right? So this is very, very defensive. Where focus played on the left. Okay, whoa, change it all around. Don't play inverted wing. Play a inside forward here. Okay. Play a winger here. Or a yeah, you can play inside forward as well. Okay. One side forward there. Put an underlap here. Do wall passing. Don't do that. Yeah. Run a defense pass into space. Okay. Focus play down the left. Underlap. Wing back is fine. Good dribble. Okay, if you do this wing back dribbling, okay, I'm gonna say something, all right? This tactic is gonna struggle with the wing back here because you know what happens with this halfback? He's just gonna come into and form a tree. Why? You don't need to form a tree with a wing back. What is this fascination people have with I need to form a tree with this guy? If he comes here, who do you think he's gonna have to pass the ball to? No one. He's gonna have to run with him, but the ball himself, no. Then after that, when he gets here, he's gonna go, I got nobody to pass the ball to, I'm gonna lose the ball. So he's gonna lose the ball a lot of the time. My advice is don't play with halfback. In Football Manager, just don't. Just don't. Because the halfback is like one of those roles right now that just I don't see the point of the halfback anymore. Halfback comes in, forms a tree. The moment he comes here, this guy's isolated. He's got no one to play the ball to. So then you run into trouble because you need this guy to drop really deep. So if you want to do that, then you got to make sure that this guy can come all the way, can come deep. In fact, if you're going to do that, then might as well play him as Dracotista. Then he can drop a bit deeper. Dracotistas can come quite deep. But I wouldn't play a halfback. I just find that halfbacks, when they drop into this role, when a halfback comes here during a build-up phase, right, you're going to ask for so much from this guy. You're going to have to dribble a lot. So I personally would go, if it was me, I'd just go inside forward and support. Okay, this is what I would do. And you can try this and see, you try this one and you compare to what I do. Okay. DM. Okay, I get what you've done here. It's going to go up. So you got 2. That's fine. This guy's going to come up and support. I mean, why do wing back? Just go full back. Full back attack. We don't need wing backs. We do full back attack. Tiki taka all the way up the ball. Okay. Then underlap. In fact, we go underlap will be fine. Okay, he'll go around. Then this guy might do one deep diagonal to this side. Focus on the left, be more expressive, right defense. Pass into space. Okay, that's it. You got 2 roles now. This two are going to stay back. This guy's going to run up the pitch, right? You got advance forward. And then what you can do is you can play a standard defensive line. You can even do a mid-block. Pass into space. Prevent short goalkeeper distribution. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go and do the prevent short goalkeeper distribution. Standard. Okay, leave it like this. That's it. You can even do a mid-block. No? Teams are coming in, they lose the ball here. Then after that, all you do is you attacking them down the line with focus play. Yeah, try this. Try this one. This has got build up down your left, and then you are exposing them down the right. And using fullbacks instead of wingbacks. When you use a halfback, he's gonna come inside here, you lose a player. Because then the wingback has no passing options. Then he's gonna lose the ball during your build-up. In fact, you will probably see the wingback always losing the ball. If you try out your own tactic and then try this. And then you'll see what I mean. Okay, let's see public. Okay, we covered all the tactics already. Yeah, we covered Tiki Press tactic as well. Tiki Press it. Yeah, the 2-4-2-3-1. Okay, man. Guys, brilliant. Diagnosis has come to an end. The doctor is leaving the house. Your tactics have been brilliant. Today we had a Tiki Press with Tactic of the Week. It's in the folder. You guys go and try it out. Tiki Press. What a beautiful tactic that was, man. It was a brilliantly done mid-block tactic, and all we did was it's gonna be a meme, I tell you. It was such a beautiful tactic. You know? All we did was it just soak and hit, soak and hit, soak and hit. Before 29 minutes, we were 4 goals up against Benfica. Aston Villa were 4 up on Benfica. And they didn't even try very hard. It was just every time Benfica came forward, we scored a goal. Usually when teams come forward, we defend. No, they came forward, we turned it around and scored a goal. Wasn't much of a counter attack. It was just like, hey, thank you for the coming up and the pitch. Now our players are going to take over the ball and we go and score a goal. Very nice, man. Will there be a video analysis of that tactic? No, I did on the start, right? We did decisive. I did the whole. We used Tiki Presses tactic, but what I did was I gave you guys the tactic. In fact, I might even play with the tactic tomorrow. I might play with Tiki Presses tactic because it's kind of cool, no? Tiki Presses tactic. Yeah. I might play with it tomorrow with tomorrow we're doing more on 5-channel attacks. In fact, tomorrow, right, I want to do tomorrow, right? Yesterday we did back 4 systems, right? All 5-channel attacks with back 4 systems. Right? Tomorrow will be we're not allowed to make any tactic except for 3-man backline tactics. Okay. Can it be with Fulham? Probably. Yeah, it looks bad as a Tracotista in the tactic. It's not a question of can a tactic work with this team. You just have to look at the team and say it's going to be tough, Tracotista, whether Fulham has a Tracotista, and he cannot change the role. They cannot change the roles. Yeah, just put the tactic in and find your best Tracotista in Fulham. Or do a surprise channel tactic. Do a surprise channel attack tactic. Fulham squad his ass. Then I think that whenever a team is very, very bad, my advice is just play the 4-4-2 DM. That's it. More the 4-2-4 DM. That's it. The worse a team is, the more you go to the 4-4-2. I will always do a 4-4-2. Do a surprise channel attack tactic. How do you do a surprise channel attack tactic? What you say, the team is attacking and you go, surprise, you're scoring a goal. That's your tactic, like Tiki Press. That was your tactic. Your tactic was a surprise channel attack. Every time the team came up, it's surprise. I saw that just I was laughing away, man. Yeah, but yours was the one that was a surprise channel tactic. Nah. No. Yours was way better. I don't think I can match that. That was like surprise. I was surprised. Every time they attack, surprise! I'm attacking you. Or like, oh, shucks. Man, I don't want to be a team that's... Can you imagine if somebody comes into a PvP game and then they're so confident and they're playing against you and they go like, oh, okay, all right, boom. Right? 4 goals down, it's halftime. It's not even halftime. We're halfway on the way to halftime. Oh, man, what am I saying? All right, guys, I want to thank everybody coming to this stream. You guys have been absolutely sensational. Please be safe. Take care of yourselves. I shall see you tomorrow for another episode of Crazy Tactics. We'll just make another one. What time do you stream tomorrow? Early. Tomorrow will be early. Today was late because I had to take my son to the doctors to get his medication. Yeah. And tomorrow I got to send him to school. I got to be up very early. And yeah. So tomorrow evening, we shall be doing the Crazy Tactics. Fine. Tomorrow is... Yeah. I put myself in the spot. Tomorrow only back 3 tactics. That'll be fun. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to myself? Why can't I just have fun with the game and just play any dumb tactic? Because nobody wants that anymore. This is one P to play tactics, so I'll do that. I love you guys. You guys stay safe. Be good to each other. I shall see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Bye. And thank you for subscribing to the channel today. Matty Zarks resubscribing officially me for the follow, and 10 Tony TV for the follow as well. You guys, love you all. Stay safe. Tomorrow